Meanwhile, the Environmental Protection Agency says Iowa has been too easy on farmers polluting the state's waterways.
Now the agency is threatening to take over. Fox 28's Brian Scott now live at the Cedar River to explain what changes the EPA wants the state to make.
Well, Tiffany, the EPA says the state isn't living up to their end of the Water Protection Act, a federal measure that aims to keep rivers and waterways like the Cedar clean for both humans and the fish inside. However, some say if the state does live up to those standards or a government takeover comes into play, it could cost us all money.
What this is a filter strip.
There are two P's to farming in Iowa. You try to profit, but don't forget to protect the land and water around you. That's why Russ Mead planted this nature area between his fields and the nearby creek.
The idea is that this is a buffer so that it filters runoff before it hits the creek.
And it's the State Department of Natural Resources' job to make sure he maintains that all farmers do. But federal leaders say they aren't doing enough. An Environmental Protection Agency report says the state gave out, on average, less than half of the maximum fines allowed for water quality violation. They also claim the DNR is not properly inspecting ag facilities and allowing manure application too close to streams. That can end up in drinking water, threatening public health. But farmers fear an EPA takeover would threaten the public's wallets.
Increased red tape, more costs added to production, and that is going to go to a bottom line somewhere, and it's going to end up being affecting the grocery store.
Mead feels the DNR is doing enough, and more importantly, doing what's right for Iowa, because he says, like the farmers, the state has to protect while allowing Iowans to continue to profit.
And the more hands there are in the pot isn't necessarily going to improve the situation.
Now, we did speak to a representative from the Iowa DNR today who says that they have been in talks with the federal agency and are working to get to some sort of compromise. Now, there's no word yet on if the EPA is going to pursue a takeover of the state's water quality program. We're live in Cedar Rapids tonight. Brian Scott, Fox 28 News.